read this Murli of 7th March 1982, and the title of this Murli is The Benefits of Slowing Down the Speed of Thoughts. And this is a very beautiful Murli where Baba has explained in detail how we can slow down the speed of our thoughts and how it can help us, and what is the way that we can easily practice this. So let's hear it from Bab Dada. The benefits of slowing down the speed of thoughts. Today, Bab Dada has come to meet his children who constantly remember the one, those who belong to the one Father and none other, those who stabilize in constant and stable stage and are embodiments of remembrance. So, Baba has a very special way of reminding and connecting with children. The way he sees us, the way he reminds us of who we are. And today, like Baba is making us more aware of, I am meeting those who remember the one Father, who are constantly stable in the stable stage, are constantly embodiments of remembrance. Bab Dada is seeing the elevated lines of children's birth, of dying alive. In today's world, people tell souls their fortune and the greatness of their virtues and their task by reading the lines on their palms. However, Bab Dada does not look at the lines on your palms. Baba is seeing at the lines of the speed and stage of each of you children on your lips. Baba is seeing the speed and stage by lips, eyes, and forehead. Usually, someone tries to recognize another person by his face because those people are body conscious. They look, they check physical things. Bab Dada sees an embodiment of remembrance on the forehead, the volcanic form in the eyes, and the stage of being as loving and detached as a lotus in the smile on the face. How about beautifully Baba is helping us visualize and reminding us like how Baba sees us. Uh, so it's a very beautiful way, like how people in the world see us and how Baba is seeing us. So the lines on the forehead of those who are constant embodiments of remembrance will show that they have a very slow speed of thoughts. The moment we are in Baba's yad, Baba's remembrance, there is that constant flow of energy which the soul is experiencing. And that connection is so strong that we are automatically detached from the physical things. Like Baba usually gives this example, like if you are in love with someone, for example, even in the world today, here, if you see. So when you are lost in their memories, when you remember them, then automatically, even if someone is going in front of you, you don't realize it. You don't you feel as if you don't have that consciousness. Why? Because you're lost. You're physically there, but mentally you're somewhere else. And that's how like remembrance makes us easy, to be more soul conscious or detached from body or bodily beings. So automatically the speed of thoughts is slow. So Baba said they won't have any type of burden, they won't be under pressure. One thought will not give birth to many thoughts in a minute, in 1 minute. Usually people tend to overthink, and there is the chain of thoughts, especially when you are thinking and especially when you are agitated, with little things or whatever, if you're stressed. So that won't be the case if your stage is quite stable. Just as physical illness of the body is examined by the pulse being felt, so the lines on the forehead too are a sign of the speed of thoughts. If the speed of thoughts is very fast, if thoughts constantly arise one after another, then through the extremely fast speed of your thoughts, you're wasting the energy of your fortune. This is a very beautiful line. If the speed of your thought, speed of thoughts is very fast, and if the thoughts constantly rise one after the other, then through the extremely fast speed of your thoughts, you're wasting the energy of your fortune. So the more we think, we are actually wasting a lot of fortune. It is just like how the power or energy of the body is wasted by someone who speaks too quickly or who is talking, always talking. What do you tell someone who is constantly talking? Who talks too much and too loudly? What do we say? Speak less and say it softly. In the same way, the speed of thoughts wastes spiritual energy. All of you children are experienced in this, right? What is the speed of thoughts when you have waste thoughts? And what is the speed of thoughts when you are churning knowledge? When you're churning knowledge, you're very conscious. When you're spinning uh, the wheel, it is easy. Like you're reminding yourself one after the other. You're visualizing it, you're seeing it, you're reminding yourselves, you know, how is your form in the entire cycle, how it changes. So automatically the speed is reduced. You're consciously putting an effort to remind and remember and visualize and doing a lot of things at the time. So the speed is automatically less. Why? Because your mind and intellect is engaged. A lot of energy is wasted by one and energy is created by the other. When the speed of waste thoughts is fast, you never experience yourself to be an embodiment of power. Just as when you have lost all your physical energy, you say that your head has become empty. In the same way, such a soul experiences himself to be empty of all attainments. To increase your physical energy, you are given an injection or a bottle of glucose. Especially when you're trained completely, there's no strength, then you're given an injection or a bottle of glucose. In the same way, soul who is weak in spirituality has to follow this method of effort making in his awareness. What is that? I am a master almighty authority, one with all powers. I am a master almighty authority, one with all powers. Just for a fraction of a second, just look at yourself, experiencing all the powers. What Baba has, I have it in me. I am a master almighty authority. What points did Babdada relate in the Murli today? What is the break for waste thoughts? Beautiful questions to reflect. Try to put a full stop. The moment you ask someone what is today's Vardhan, what is the blessing, or what is the slogan from today's Murli, in the mid of the conversation, there is a break, to whatever you're thinking, and you just try to remember and see how much you actually, remember or you're able to recall. So it's a wonderful break, like what Baba is saying. If you're talking waste, then it is a powerful break. Try to put a full stop. All these methods are ways of injecting yourself. With this injection of right method of effort, you become powerful for some time. Immediately you recall, like, okay, what was today's Murli? At least one point, if I'm able to remember, I feel wow. Yeah. So with this injection of right method of effort, you become powerful for some time, or you give yourselves glucose through special programs of remembrance or through special gatherings or company. However, someone who has the habit of thinking too fast will experience himself to be powerful for a short time by filling himself with that power, but will then become weak again. Hmm. Someone says that, I'm really quick in whatever you're doing. But when you're quick, you're actually thinking too fast. That does not mean that you have to be do it slowly. No. But again, if the speed of thoughts is fast, then automatically you see that some people, they tend to text so fast. Why? Because the speed of thoughts is also very fast and it's quite visible. Now, this is why seeing the result from the lines on your forehead, Bab Dada is once again reminding your children of the Srimad. What is that Srimad? Baba is saying, don't allow the speed of your thoughts to become too fast. Don't allow the speed of your thoughts to become too fast. For spoken words, you tell others, instead of 10 words, speak only 2 words. And let those 2 words be powerful enough to carry out the work of 100 words. Wonderful. Mm. So, powerful dose of today. Okay. Instead of 10 words, speak only 2 words. And let those 2 words be powerful enough to carry out the work of 100 words. Similarly, this applies to the speed of thoughts. Only have thoughts that are necessary. Thought is the seed that should be filled with the fruit of success. Thought is the seed that should be filled with the fruit of success. Do not let it be an empty seed that doesn't bear any fruit. This is known as constantly having powerful thoughts and not having wasteful thoughts. The number of powerful thoughts would automatically reduce, while the number of waste thoughts would increase, and there would be no attainment. If there is no power, then there is no success, no results, right? So consider waste thoughts to be like a bamboo jungle. One automatically grows from another, and they rub against one another and catch fire, and then burn themselves in the fire they themselves create. A beautiful example of a bamboo jungle. In the same way, one wasteful thought rubs against another wasteful thought and creates a fire of one vice or other and causes you distress. Therefore, slow the speed of your down. So slow the speed of your down. Okay. uh, Whatever the speed of your thoughts is, we need to reduce it, because if there's one waste thought, it will take you around the globe. You'll think of one, the other one. Okay, if you remember someone, he did anything bad to you, whatever, then you'll remember one after the other events in your life and someone else's life, and it will just drain your energy and your time is completely wasted. So whether you call it the treasure or the special energy of this birth in which you have died alive, this is what your thoughts are. The basis of dying alive is pure thoughts. I am not a body, but a soul. This thought changed you from a shell into a diamond. I am a child of the Father from the previous cycle. I am an heir. I have all rights. This thought made you into a master almighty authority, one with all powers, reminding ourselves like who we are. So this is your treasure, this is your energy, and these are your thoughts. How do you use your special treasures? Hmm. What people in the world are thinking about who they are and who God is. And look at us. What are we thinking constantly? What is the quality of our thoughts? And if we just check which one is powerful, Of course, what Baba has given us, the treasure of beautiful thoughts, memories from the previous cycle or the entire drama, the knowledge is so, so, so powerful. Hence, Baba is saying that how do you use your special treasures? Recognize the treasures and the energy of your thoughts and use them accordingly. Only for then will all thoughts become practical and you will become an embodiment of total success. So, do you understand what lines the father looked at today? Hmm? Baba was looking at the lines on the forehead, and what all lines Baba saw, Baba explained each and everything in so detail. So, what was the essence? Think less, that is, have thoughts that take a practical form. Let that seed be so powerful. Hmm. Like we have seen Dadi's, whatever Dadi's thoughts were, I mean, when we see the reality, it has become so beautiful, so wonderful. Those who have those who have such lines will constantly be emperors of the land without sorrow. Constantly speak elevated words through your lips. Elevated words are very few and can be counted just as great souls are very few and souls are many and the supreme soul is just one. Hmm? So people who speak less, only elevated words, Baba said those are great souls. They are very few. There are souls who are many and supreme soul, Shiv Baba is just one. Therefore, don't waste your either type of energy, that is thoughts or words. A Mahavir or Maharathi is one who speaks elevated words, one whose intellect has thoughts that take a practical form. This is the sign of a Mahavir and a Maharathi. Become such a Maharathi that anyone who comes in front of you wants you, a great soul, to speak words of blessings for him or to have elevated thoughts for him. Words of blessings are always few. When we hear the stories of dadis, we see mostly Gulzar Dadi ji, sisters share that Dadi used to speak here a lot, listen very carefully, and she used to only speak one sentence, very specific, very little, but very, very powerful. So, like Baba is saying that the words are blessings and are always very few. So, you are Maharathi, Mahavir, deity souls, souls who are worthy of being worshipped by the devotees, constantly have thoughts and words that are filled with blessings. Speak words that are filled with nectar, not ordinary words. Acha. Hmm. So, Baba has explained it so well, how to use our words, our thoughts, how powerful it is, and where our focus should be. So, Baba is giving Yad Pyar to those who make themselves and others constantly cool with their elevated thoughts, to those who constantly speak words filled with blessings, to those who have elevated lines of fortune, to the constantly elevated souls, great souls, deity souls, worthy of worship souls, Babdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Let us also give lots of love to our dear Babdada and say namaste. We also have further, Baba said, all of you are the serviceable jewels who are constantly loving, cooperative, and constant servers of Babdada. Are you not? Hmm? Therefore, each of you jewels is so invaluable that you are worthy of being placed in the showcase of the world. How beautifully Baba is uh, helping us see our own worth, our own value, how Baba is seeing us, uh, that we are so valuable. Mm. But Baba is saying this to whom? To the serviceable jewels, who are loving, cooperative, and constant servers of Baba. So Babdada knows that you have come to belong to the Father after having climbed over many high walls of different kinds. You climbed over the walls of religion, customs, and systems. You climbed so many such walls. However, because of the cooperation received from the Father, you crossed all of those walls as if you were just taking a step. Nothing was difficult. It felt so easy that you understood that you belonged to the Father for all time. If you didn't belong, if you didn't all belong to the Father, how could so many centers have been opened abroad? All of you had gone to your own places for the sake of service. Then the Father came and made you belong to Him. We have so many beautiful experiences of double foreigners. Uh, so, what do you think of now? You are residents of Madhuban, are you not? All of you vote for Madhuban. Do you think that you are residents of Madhuban who have first gone on service? You have gone to different places just as the children of Bharat went to different places. Each child has a different part to play in service. You became instruments for service easily in order to wake up your equals. Bapdada is very pleased to see the variety of flowers from the various places. Have you ever seen a tree that has such a variety of flowers? One tree with so many different variety of flowers. This is one tree that has so many different types of roses, different types of flowers, is always an embodiment of success. Why? Uh, You are souls who have been blessed by Bapdada. Always remember three expressions. Beautifully, Baba explained this. Always remember three expressions. One, always maintain a balance. Always maintain a balance. Second, always remain blissful. Always remain blissful. And the third one is give blessings to everyone. Give blessings to everyone. Let there always be a balance between self service and service of others. So many talents are shown through balance. Like we see in circus, it is all about the art of how they balance themselves. So you will also become 16 celestial degrees complete by maintaining the balance of your intellect. It is not about the physical balance Baba is talking about, but the intellect, where and how we are attached and how we are detached. So every act you perform will become an art. Your way of seeing will be an art because you listen to and see everything as a soul. In the same way, let your way of speaking, your way of walking, etc., all be an art. However, the basis of all of this is the balance of your intellect. To remain constantly blissful means to me to be an embodiment of bliss. The children of the ocean of bliss are embodiments of constant bliss. Acha, now we shall continue to meet. The confluence age is the meeting, that is Mela. So we shall constantly continue to meet. It is impossible for there to be a day or a second when the father and children do not meet. Every day, Baba has given us a dedicated time and appointment where we meet Baba. the first thing in the morning, the way we start our day. So it is a wonderful time that we have or we spend with each other. And this is your experience, is it not? So you're always combined with the Father, are you not? No one has the courage to separate you from the combined form. No one has the strength to do this. Baba is saying even Maya, however powerful it is, Maya has no courage or no power to separate us from Baba. The only thing is the time we forget Baba is the time where she takes over. But otherwise, Baba is saying that when we remember Baba, Baba is always with us. When we are combined, no one can separate us. No one has the strength to do so. Acha, Om Shanti. So today's Murli is so beautiful, so powerful, like every other day. But today's Baba caught our attention to the speed of our thoughts, how to reduce the speed of our thoughts, how Baba saw us, and where are we supposed to divert that energy, or how to reduce the speed of thoughts. And the simple and the powerful way is by churning knowledge. Because Baba said a lot of energy is wasted in the base thoughts, and the speed is fast, and the energy is drained. We feel as if our head has become empty, and there is no attainment as such. So the best way is to churn knowledge, where even if we are thinking, the energy is gained. We feel more powerful. There are a lot of attainments, and in less time, we experience Baba's help, Baba's power, Baba's presence, and there's a lot of energy. And to do this effort constantly, Baba asks us to be in this awareness of I am a master almighty authority, one with all powers. If we constantly remind and be in this consciousness, in this awareness, I'll feel very, very powerful. And towards the end, as Baba said, be so powerful and be in this awareness that I am combined with Bab Dada. Then no one can separate us. No one has that power. No one has that courage to separate us from Baba. So very, very powerful points from today's Murli. And let us make our soul, the seed, every thought very, very powerful. So let us sit in remembrance for a minute, and then we continue with today's journey. Om Shanti. So anyone would like to share today's takeaways?
Om Shanti. Good morning.
Om
Go
Shanti.
ahead. Vibhan. Okay, thank you, sister. Here Baba says, instead of 10 words, speak 2 words that can reflect or express 100 words. That's a very powerful statement. Yeah, thank you. Shanti.
Thank you, brother.
That was exactly was my point to take back home. To consciously practice speaking with less words and yet being powerful like 100 words. And in so many Murli's Papa has mentioned about speak slowly, speak sweetly, speak less. Today he is bringing this particular point in a complete process of how to inculcate uh, this whole practice. So that's the point for me to take back home. Consciously see that I'm speaking less words. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Shanti. So, so Baba says, don't allow the speed of thought to become too fast. So when we try to control it and regulate it, reduce the numbers, right? Then eventually our thoughts will become powerful and then it will take its practical form. Baba says it will become Vardhan. Your words will become blessings.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's the takeaway. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Anyone else? Words of blessings are very few. Yes.
Om Shanti, brother.
Shanti.
I think the Murli, which was just read, it's like um, more, even though it was just read as a Murli, it was on the energy which is most misused, the energy which drains everything, the energy which has to be used as a great treasure over here. And I sometimes, I love to, even though I don't know whether I understand it, I would love to know the science behind the energy. Like I remember, like as a lay person, I was told when you walk per minute, 4 calories of your energy are lost. I
Mm.
remember that. So I used to
Mm.
just think the thinking part, how much energy does my brain use whenever I do active thinking? And we hear Baba, if you see, he has classified it first by just reading the lines on the forehead. And I remember when they used to read palmistry and all, they used to look at the forehead and something they used to count the line. They used to just say, okay, Kring. They used to read the lines on the forehead and then they used to say what kind of a thoughtful person we are. I'm just talking about what the things I learned about these thoughts. Of course, here Baba is only talking about the speed of the thoughts. He's not talking about the other part, the science behind the thoughts, but the speed. And as often Baba says, speak less, speak softly. But one point which Baba has not, which isn't over here, is thinking right. I go through that. What was we have a kind of a thing about thinking right, because it's not only thinking less or thinking slow, but also thinking right. Well, because thinking slow and thinking this, the speed, that's why I said Baba has only touched upon the speed. But the quality of the thoughts, or what we call it as thinking right, because a negative thought can have negative energy. So when that question of thinking right had come, I remember I'm not clear about some steps were given. So over here, Baba also gives us a string of spiritual thoughts. I am a child, I am an heir, I have all rights, and I am not a body on the soul. Those simple kind of Swaman points. So I think if in that day's Murli, the Sakar Murli or whatever, if we take up a little Swaman points and go deeper down into it, maybe I could think less. Otherwise, honestly, if you speak, our thoughts are, they get connected, as Baba said, from I'm here in a place, from there my thoughts can get connected miles away. And if one thought gets connected to the other, and that is how, as Baba creates a bamboo jungle. I think it's a beautiful thing again for us to really understand thought as an energy. That's why I said it was mind boggling for me when I read the Murli, because it's me both cheese. That is, there are so many things which one has to do. And I'm still going through that process, what to do, what is the energy. When Baba said a lot of energy is wasted by one and a lot of energy is created by one. Here even Baba spoke only about waste thoughts, not about negative thoughts. So I think there is a lot of more churning and a lot of more things we really need to go through this energy that Baba has spoken about. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. Okay, the basis of time alive is pure thoughts. I'm not a body, but a soul. This constant thought makes us shell to diamond. Yes, wonderful. So the way Baba draws our attention to our thoughts after regular intervals, like every Murli, of course, is reminding us to be more careful about what we are thinking, what we are speaking. But yes, this Murli was very specifically about how to reduce the speed of our thoughts. So let us today take care of this, and let us move to the experience and sit in silence. I would request you to sit back, sit straight, and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel yourself letting go of any tension or restlessness, and allow your body to relax, and gently bringing your attention inwards. Now let us focus or bring our awareness to our own thoughts. At this point, what am I thinking? Just imagine your mind as a flowing river with thoughts as ripples on its surface. And notice how sometimes the river rushes quickly, carrying many thoughts at once. In this moment, we will slow the flow, creating stillness and clarity. Observe yourself as you take every breath. Look at the speed of your thoughts reducing. Feel the ripples on the surface of the river settling, becoming smoother, calmer. And now look at yourself in your original form, of light, very pure, very powerful, full of powers. I am a master almighty authority, one with all powers. I am a master almighty authority, one with all powers. And feel that energy all around. My entire body is full of light. All the thoughts are slow and steady. And this light shines brighter and brighter. My mind feels lighter, free from the burden of unnecessary thoughts. And I'm completely present in this moment. Feeling very, very powerful. Light. And very peaceful. With this energy and lightness, let us bring our attention back and let us carry this energy throughout the day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Dattabai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day.